Hey YouTubers, I'm here with my dog Gracie Lou. And for once she's not barking like a maniac, but I'm about to bark like a maniac because I have a lot to say about two substances that have ruled my life in a major way, alcohol and pot. Now, alcohol I discovered when I was 14 years old. I was at a family gathering and I had a really important role in a wedding. And I had big red braces and I wore this dress to match. And, I felt really amazing. And I thought if I took a sip of alcohol, I would feel even more amazing. And I kind of did for like 20 minutes. And then the party kind of went downward. It spiraled as I hit the bar and drank more and more. And I don't remember much from that night as a result. But that was just the first of many nights that I do not remember. I would get drunk with my sister and her friend. I would get sick in the bathroom. Complaints would be made weeks later that it still smelled there from my vomit. I was 15, 16 years old, and I was just experimenting with alcohol for the first time. And I was in love with it. That tingly, warm sensation that it gives you as it glides down your body and into your soul, and it hugs you so tightly. And it makes you free and relaxed, and you just melt into the environment because you're so centered. But I have things now that I enjoy that give me that pleasure, that same effect. I have yoga, which I did this morning. I did vinyasa yoga, which was the stronger version of yoga versus the mild hatha, which is what I was accustomed to doing. But, alcohol just ruled me for a very long time. I've hit several bottoms. Being in Times Square alone while your drinking buddy went off with a guy she met who promised the world to her, and you just find yourself in the middle of Times Square alone, covered in your own vomit. You've fallen on your right hand and you sprained it. And not knowing how you got home. How did you get home? I took the subway. I must have been a vomitous mess. Vomit is a huge part of my story, by the way. I am sober, and I've gotten a lot of help through a program of recovery. I have about 2 months now, and I've relapsed several times, but it was all really worth it in the end. I found this amazing support system. I have an amazing sponsor, and these people I met through the program are just to die. Now, this is alcohol and pot, so I want to talk about pot just a little bit. It does have its benefits. It's used medicinally all around. It's legal in several places, including California. And people write prescriptions. There are songs about it, about the joys of pot. Well, for me, I've had sort of a love-hate relationship with it. I liked it, I've loved it, I've hated it. With alcohol, it's very similar in that I found myself in places I didn't want to be always, and found myself alone at the end of the night, just wondering where the hell I am and what the fuck am I gonna do? How am I gonna get home? And pot is not as potent as alcohol. It doesn't kill you. Well, that's sort of with a big question mark at the end, because there is lung cancer much like cigarettes, but you have to take in a great amount of pot in order for it to kill you. I mean, just an outstanding amount of pot. And for me, a couple hits and I just feel like I'm spinning. And I'm a different version of myself, much like alcohol. There's that Jekyll and Hyde factor. Just sort of, I think a few years is taken off of my age when I smoke pot. Suddenly I'm like, oh, I want to watch cartoons. Ooh, I want to eat. I want to eat so much. Oh my God. And it's just, it's innocent in that sense. But when does the party end exactly? When does it all come to a head? That's the question. Like, I don't know. In my recovery, like, I don't know if pot is something that I'm ever going to revisit again. I sort of go back and forth. Like, do I love it? Do I hate it? It's hard for me because I'm very new to recovery. And I ask myself these questions like, do I really have to put these things down for good for the rest of my life? Like, that's what I deal with. But I have a powerful sponsor who shows me the way, and people in the program who are just amazing. And I meet with them every day or every other day. We always try to get together, have fellowship. Yeah, and there are so many benefits to living a healthy lifestyle free from the booze and the pot. You know, I walk down the street to buy a pack of cigarettes, and on any given day, there are a group of men and women smoking away, and I just walk into a cloud of smoke, and it hits me, the sensation, Gracie, the sensation hits me, and it just overwhelms me. And I think for a second, should I stop? Like, should I stop and take a hit? There are cops all around, first of all, on any given day. You know, watch your back. I'm not a cop, but it's offensive, the pot. Yeah, I've liked it a time or two, but as a recovering person, like, it is really hard for me to walk into that cloud of smoke because it's tempting. So yet again, my dog's barking. So I'm gonna shut the video off because it's not pleasant to hear. So, Gracie! Okay. Thank you for indulging me, and have a beautiful day. Bye.